Hello, hello, and welcome back, or welcome. I am book lover Lorna, and today I'm making some cheeky predictions. So I've picked 5 books, and they're books that I predict that I'm going to give them 5 stars. I've not read them yet. Some of them have been on my TBR for a little while. Some of them I've been going, I can't wait to read this book, can't wait, and then I've just not got around to reading it because there's a lot of unread books going on here and here. So I'm trying to do a kind of catch up at the moment. And then as well, because I think that I'm going to enjoy them, it's kind of one of those things that I want to give it like my full attention, and there's not that many times when I've got kind of like full energy and full brain capacity to just give to a book. So because of that, I kind of put them off because I'm waiting until I've got a time where I can focus on the books so that I can get the 5 stars that I'm expecting to get out of them. The pure enjoyment that comes from reading. That I find anyway, because I'm a book nerd. So firstly, this one's an obvious, I feel, not necessarily this book, but this author, so we might as well do this one first. One of my 5-star predictions for me to... Now, this first one, we're just going to get this one kind of ticked off first because not necessarily this book, but this author was obviously going to be on this list because I haven't read all of her books yet. And I just absolutely love her. And 9 times out of 10, I give her books 5 stars. So, Holly Martin, obviously, she had to be on this list. Fairy Tale Beginnings, which has actually just been re-released as Secrets Over Clover Castle, I think. Don't quote me, not 100% sure. My memory is not the best, but I've seen it on Facebook. Not sure, but apparently this is kind of like a Disney fairy tale story. It's not, I don't think it's exactly Disney, but oh no way. See, I haven't even read the blurb and I'm predicting that it's a 5-star because I know her books. So this girl is obsessed with all things Disney. Is this a book about me? Like, maybe. This might be about me. Obsessed with all things Disney. Oh, she's going to find her Prince Charming. Oh, this is going to be good. See, I just know that I'm going to absolutely love this. So this is definitely one that I think I'm going to give 5 stars. I will be silly shocked if I don't give this 5 stars once I've read it. I am really looking forward to reading it, and it's one of the very few of her books that I haven't read. I think I need to do a re-review actually to see kind of which of her books I have and haven't read yet. This definitely haven't read, but definitely looking forward to it, and I think I'm going to give it 5 stars. Another book that I predict I'm going to give 5 stars, and this is one that I've been saying maybe, how long have I had this? 3 months? I want to say 3 months, and I keep meaning to pick it up, but the writing is quite small and I want to give it my full attention, and I just know that it's going to take me a while. It's going to need a lot of concentration, so I haven't yet. I don't know if it'll be soon, but I am looking forward to reading it. This is going to be an issue with all of these books, I can tell. We Ride Upon Sticks by Quan Barry. Now, I picked this up, well, I ordered this because of the way that Books and Lala, Kayla, talked about it, and I just think that it's something that I'll really enjoy. So essentially, I think it's kind of like about hockey and these teams who play hockey and witch powers. I think it's the kind of description on the back is not all that clear, but I remember Kayla talked about it and I was like, that sounds like a bit of me, so I ordered it. And I've been really excited to read it, but the writing is very small. I mean, how many words are on that page? That's ridiculous. Like, I'm too dyslexic for this, but I think that I'm going to really enjoy it. But I just need some brain capacity for it. So that one I do think I'm going to give 5 stars. I mean, I'm going to say that a million times throughout this video because that's the point of this video. Like, these are the books that I think I'm going to give 5 stars. Obviously, when I've read them all, I'll do another video to be like, okay, I predicted these were going to be 5-star books. This is what I actually gave them. Can you imagine if I was correct for all of them and gave them all 5 stars? Just call me Mystic Meg. Next, I predict I will give 5 stars to On the Come Up by Angie Thomas. Now, this is one that I have had on my shelves. This has probably been on my shelves the longest out of all of these books, actually. I want to say this has been on there over a year, maybe a year and a half. I think I bought this down a bookshop that's not too far from me. Was that beginning of last year? Were we wearing masks at that point? This is what, when you try and think back to things, it's always a thing in your head of like, was that during the pandemic or before we knew such a thing existed? I can't remember. I feel like it was before. I have been in that bookshop wearing a mask, so during pandemic. I feel like I purchased this pre-pandemic. It's really hard to know timescales of stuff because like 2020, you think like, oh, last year. No, there was a whole other year that our brains have just blocked out. Like, doesn't exist, nada. That year, didn't happen. So this book is about a girl who wants to be a rapper, a successful rapper, and her success of becoming a rapper will completely dictate essentially like her family's well-being and if they become homeless. So I just think it's going to be really good. I've heard a lot of good things about this, that there's like raps in it, and I've been told by Sophie B Books that this is really good as an audiobook. So I'm planning on listening to this one while reading it because apparently the raps are like really, really good in the audiobook. Like you get a lot more out of it because I can see how that would be because I'm the kind of person that kind of doesn't read those parts of the books. And I know that they're really important, but my brain just doesn't work in that way. So I just kind of like gaze over poems and stuff in books. Don't shoot me. My brain can't understand them in the same way that it can understand normal words. So yeah, I think the audiobook is going to be very valuable for this one, and I'm thinking that I'm going to love it. This next one, I'm going to read you the blurb because I don't know how else to describe it other than how the blurb is written because this is all I know about it. So this is Frankenstein by Jeanette Winterson. I don't know whether it's the cover that's making me think I'm going to love this, but the kind of plot of the storyline. There's a 2p piece down there. What's that 2p piece doing down there for? Random, pick that up in a second. I haven't even carried cash for ages. Who's put that there? I live on my own. This is weird. Anyway, just my brain's just going like 2p piece. What the hell? So anyway, this one here, I'm going to read you the blurb. So it says, as Brexit grips Britain, Rye, a young transgender doctor, is falling in love. The object of their misguided affection, the celebrated One moment, please. The object of their misguided affection, the celebrated AI specialist. I'm too dyslexic for this today. Professor Victor Stein. Oh, okay. The object of their misguided affection, the celebrated AI specialist, Professor Victor Stein. Do the builders have to knock right now? Meanwhile, Ron Lord, just divorced and living with his mum again, is set to make his fortune with a new generation of sex dolls for lonely men everywhere. I just think that's going to be so interesting. Like, I've never read anything like that. It was longlisted for the Booker Prize in 2019. So you know it's going to be pretty impressive, let's be honest. But yeah, I just think potentially it's this cover that's kind of made me be like, oh, I like this. Do you know, this says a lot about how poor my eyesight is. I just picked up the 2p piece. It's a pound coin. Wow. I wear contact lenses / glasses dependent on my mood for the day, and I still can't see. Okay, the builders have stopped banging now, so I can continue. Thank you very much. Please don't start again. The last book that I think I'm going to give 5 stars to when I read it is Solitaire by Alice Oseman. Now, the only reason that I think I'm going to give this 5 stars is because I love the Heartstopper series so much, and I've picked up a lot of Alice Oseman's books, and in my head, I'm going to give them 5 stars. Because I enjoyed Heartstopper series so much, I just think, I look at these books, I've got 4 of them, I think I'm missing 1 or 2. And I'm like, I'm going to give those 5 stars. That's just what I think. So, yeah. I think I'm going to give them 5 stars based purely on the fact that I really enjoyed the Heartstopper series. I gave all the Heartstopper series books 5 stars. Logic, my friend. So those are the books that I predict I'm going to give 5 stars to. I'm going to thoroughly enjoy. We will come together, like I said, at a later date to see if I was right and if my predictions were true. I really hope so, because I would really like to thoroughly enjoy some books at the moment. I've had some that I've been like, wow, that's good, but not that have been like super meaningful or that I feel like I'll remember as much, because I could read a 5-star book, thoroughly enjoy it, and then be like, a week later, I've no idea what happened. That might be my brain. But the ones that I really are knockouts for me, I remember them. So hopefully some of these will be knockouts. Please pray for me. Actually, I'm not religious, so if you don't want to pray for me, that's fine. Like, I didn't mean it. It was a joke. Maybe just send, like, good bookworm vibes my way for enjoying books. That would work just the same. So I think I should probably wrap this video up now. You know, we've gone through the 5 books. I've had some incoherent ramblings. Sounds to me like we're pretty much done here. So thank you very much for watching. Happy reading, and I'll see you all soon. Bye!